This is raw and unfiltered, from sex, sports to culture, all topics considered. It's a good time with dope conversation. Every time you take a listen, it's a celebration. So tap in, you won't be disappointed. We keep it a buck, anything else is pointless. Facts over fluff, our discussions are poignant. Politically incorrect, well that's what the point is. We talk our talk like nobody else can. We give our perspective, not afraid to make a stand. Nothing off the record, every take and every rant is unapologetic, and we stand on that. We make you think, we make you laugh out loud. The realest place on the internet, hands down. We give it to you straight, nothing here is watered down. The best show in town, and you can bet the house. Yes, you can bet the house. Yes, you can bet the house. We give it to you straight, nothing here is watered down. The best show in town, and you can bet the house.
Alright. So listen up. This is what we doing. This is what we doing for this episode. I felt like if we are going to wind down the season, then these last few episodes of this season have to, if you don't know, I've been drawing a nice piece of artwork these last few episodes. So now, I wanna get back to doing things how I normally do them. I've been in my bag lately. So this episode is going to be about one particular thing. And it's going to be about love. One thing about me, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and that's the reason why I'm so full of love. I wasn't always like that. And then I found love. I found love in an unexpected place. The place I found love was not in the place that I thought it would be. I technically wasn't looking for love because I had just got out of a rough situation. So I technically wasn't looking for love. Love found me. And every single day I sit back and I think about it like it was something that just happened organically. It wasn't rushed. It wasn't forced. I didn't have to pay for it. It just happened. And I couldn't explain it back then or even now. I still couldn't explain it because I knew something was different with the way that I was moving out them days. And I could tell you a bunch of things about love, but if you never really experienced it, me telling you about it is not going to do any good. See, people don't understand that there's different kinds of ways of love. And when I tell y'all that this woman knocked me off my fucking feet, knocked me off my pedestal, basically told me this is the path that I need to be in. This is the way of love that I need to be in. This is the way I need to go in order to find what I was really, really, truly seeking. I wasn't saying I was seeking. In my heart, I wasn't seeking. This is what love felt like for me. For 30-something, 33 years of my life, I never knew really, really how to love, especially in relationships. Oh, man. I mean, I love my kids, true enough. But this was a different kind of love. This was different. You know what I'm saying? This was something mind-boggling, something special about this woman. I knew that the first time I saw her, I knew that this was going to be life-changing. It was going to be one of the best fucking experiences of my fucking life. It was going to be rough. It was going to be tough. It was going to be challenging. It was going to be in. It was going to be out. I knew all of these things because I was a flawed individual. So to truly, truly love me, you would have to truly, truly accept that I will probably have my down days and my up days. I will have my ins and my outs. I will have my flaws. I will have days where I feel like I could have did better, but I didn't. I will have days that I could have said things better, but I didn't. I will have days that I might slip back into my old ways. This is truly to understand me. To love me is to understand me. You know what I'm saying? And I felt different. You know what I'm saying? I felt different. Like, love can make you feel so much bigger than butterflies. It wasn't even butterflies. It was just uh, true love. It had to be. Okay, because I wasn't doing the shit that I used to do. I wasn't doing the things that I used to want to do. You know, I wasn't lying. I wasn't cheating. I wanted to, give this woman everything that I had. And the woman that I'm talking about is Shantae. I wanted to give her everything that I had when we met. And my goodness, when you get the things that you didn't think you were longing for, oh man, everything aligns. Everything fucking aligns. Like, I was finding things in her that I didn't even know I was looking for. Like, it's different when you have a woman who wants you but doesn't need you. It's different when you have a woman who is a natural nurturer. It's different when you have a woman who's on her shit. It's different when you have a woman who can treat you, lift you up, make you believe, make you feel, also not let you just do any and everything. They're gonna hold you accountable. They're gonna let you know what they feel about things, whether they feel you're right or wrong, whether they feel good about what you're saying or what you're doing. They're gonna let you know. And I could tell you right now, this woman was a fan of me before we even connected. That is what drew me to her even more. You know what I'm saying? When we were doing Back the House, I was pretty ratchet in the early days. And she knew this. You know what I'm saying? And she still decided to come through, not because she felt she could change me, but because she understood that on this microphone, on this is where I really feel a lot of peace at. I feel peace when I'm on this microphone because the world has dished me out so many L's, you know what I'm saying, that I feel at home when I'm on this microphone. And it's like that. You're entitled to feel like that. I'm entitled to feel that way. I feel that way. And that's how I choose to live it. You know what I'm saying? And I have to tell you, right around the time that I met her, I probably was in one of the roughest patches I had been in because everything was going bad. Like, everything was going fucking bad. And um I had really contemplated then, like, damn, do I really want to keep podcasting? I was early on too. I was early on. And I was like, do I really want to keep podcasting? Because nothing I'm saying and doing is going the way that I want it to go. Do I really want to do it? And this was back when Back the House was a monthly show. Like, we was dropping one episode a month, and that's how early it was. We was dropping one episode a month. And I cannot tell you the satisfaction I hear when this woman who has invested so much into me and into what we are doing, and she didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? This woman has went out. She's been reaching out to people. She had been reaching out to people, uh, trying to get them invested into the show, trying to get them invested into me. She's brought equipment. She's made huge, huge sacrifices when it came to Bet the House. And this is why, I'm forever grateful for that, because this woman has shaped and molded my life in ways that I did not think was possible. You know what I'm saying? I always give credit to myself and I always talk about the big smash rub, but I got to tell y'all that shit would not be possible without the beam of light. I call her my beam of light because she took away all the dark spots that I was going through in my life. She took all those things away. She made things better for me personally. On a whole personal note, I always talk about how people are around outside of podcasting. Well, there is nobody bigger that has been through the fire with me outside of podcasting than that woman right there. And I know a lot of times I be unappreciative of it because the way she sees it is I've let my ego get to me, and it's sort of kind of pushed her to the background. But I always have to remind her that there is no me without you. You know what I'm saying? I don't do none of this shit without you. I don't move. I don't grind. I don't hustle. I don't be having the drive to get out here and do this shit without her. Okay? Y'all don't understand. I gotta give you a little backtrack. I gotta give you a backtrack. Listen, I met this woman, and I knew right then and there, like, I don't care who comes in my life. I don't care who comes around. I don't care who I've been around. I don't care who I've slept with, who I've done things with. There was not another that could touch this woman. There was not another that I would ever, ever, ever let take her place or even think about taking her place. Now, I got to be honest. I dropped the ball a few times. I took my eyes off the prize a few times. But it's part of being life. It's part of growing. It's a part of learning. You know what I'm saying? And I got to be honest with you. There were times that this woman truly, truly, truly wanted to walk out, and vice versa. But I think the love that we have for each other is what puts us together. I think the way that we move, the way that we act, the way that we talk, the way that we grind, the way that we lift each other up, I think that's what kept us going. I truly um, do not see me living life without her. I don't see me living life without you. I don't see me building life without you. I don't see me growing in life without you. I don't see me evolving in life without you. And this journey that we've been on has been the hardest. The hardest part has been maintaining that stance. Because when you were like who I was and having different women every night and going from different women every night to just one woman, it's a transitional period. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a mental thing than a physical thing for me. It was more of a physical, and I gotta tell you, man, everything that I do comes from her. The way that I talk, the way that I act, the way that I move, the confidence that I have, all of that comes from her. All of that builds off of her because that is what she instilled in me. She instilled in me that I can do anything I can put my mind to. All I got to do is go out there and do it, And she does so much background work for me. I am like at awe that a woman who takes care of twin boys, with absolutely no help from the other parent, who takes care of an aunt who has dementia, who is the bread and backbone of everybody in her family because everybody relies on her. Everybody shifts everything onto her. And then it coming to my madness, coming to my world, coming to dealing with a man who has 7 children of his own. Now, I didn't ask for her to be a mother, but my kids love her like like a mother because she's so much more nurturing to them. I'm the disciplinarian. She's the nurturer. And I couldn't be more grateful to have her in that phase of my life because dealing with 7 kids is rough. But for her to take on that responsibility, I have no choice but to make that lady my wife. Plain and simple. And I'm not gonna flex. I'm not gonna flex. I'm not gonna get on here and act like, oh, I was the most perfectest man ever, because I wasn't. And it took her for me to realize that because I could tell you the shit that I was trying to pull, she was on it. Like she wasn't gonna have it. She wasn't gonna tolerate it. And there are rough days. There are absolutely rough days. But I think we get past them because we know truly why we're here. And there'll be a lot of times she'll say things I do not want to hear. I'll say things she does not want to hear. But I think a lot of times it all comes from the heart from her. Like, yes, I'd be scared out of my fucking mind to lose her. Like I have never ever felt this in my spirit. Like I feel it in my spirit. I feel it like, yo, this woman is the woman. This is the woman that I am going to lead my life the way that I intend to lead it. And this is the woman for me. This is the woman. Like, this is the woman for me. And I felt that even so many times, even though I've hit a few bumps in the road, I've done and said things I regretted. I've made so many mistakes, but through it all, I can only see one woman. I can only see one. I can't see me. I tell her this all the time, like, yo, honestly, if I if she was to ever leave before me, um, I could not see myself getting married again. I couldn't see myself being in love again. I felt like this was the one person that was for me and only for me, and doesn't nobody else ever will hold a candle to that. And plus, I don't think anybody would deal with a man with all them damn kids anyway. So I always said there is somebody for everybody. There's definitely somebody for everybody. And I always felt like no matter what, that was my somebody. You are my somebody. Regardless. No matter what we go through, no matter what bumps we hit, no matter what forks in the road we run across, you are my somebody. Period. Doesn't get any better than that. You are my somebody. I don't give a fuck who I run into, who I ran into, who I ran with. You are my somebody. Despite all my flaws, despite all my insecurities, despite all my bullshit, despite all your flaws, despite all your insecurities, despite all your bullshit, you are my somebody. Can't nobody take that away. I don't give a fuck. There's nobody I'd risk it all for. I have risked it all for you. I will continue to risk it all for you. There's nobody that I truly feel that I will lay my life down for outside of my kids and my OG. I mean, I do anything for my friends, don't get it twisted. But for you, I lay it all on the line. no questions asked. If it meant for me to stop breathing in order for you to breathe, I'd do it in a heartbeat. No hesitation, no bad thoughts, nothing. If it meant me dying for you to live, no questions asked. I wouldn't even hesitate. Wouldn't even have to think about it. Because that's what you mean to me. You mean that much to me. I know the kind of soul and the kind of heart you have. And although the ship has always been rocky and on troubled waters, we always found a way to pull it out at the last minute. We always found a way to plug that last hole that was trying to sink the ship. We always found a way to plug it. I think for me to know that I have someone in my corner is what pushes me to be my best. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about anybody else's opinions. People have their opinions. Their opinions don't bother me. But if I hear it from you, then I know where it's coming from. I know it's coming from the heart. I know it's coming from a good place. And I know I should follow up and listen to it. There are times that I be feeling so much self-doubt, so much second guessing myself. There are times that I feel like I was not the man that I was intending to be. There were times I felt like I was a failure. There were times I felt like I was a loser in this situation. There were times I felt like that I could do no wrong and I could do no right. But then I met you and you wasn't a yes woman. Like, yeah, I always say if your woman or your man is not your biggest fan, then you are with the wrong person. And I stand by that. Because I'm not going to be in a relationship or a marriage with somebody that doesn't believe in me. And there were times when I felt like you didn't believe in me. I always knew in the back of my mind that that could never be true. I watch how hard you go for me. I watch how hard you go for your life. I know we feeling the pressures of the move and everything else, but I would not go through the road or the fire or heaven, hell, mountaintops, bottomless pits, the deepest waters, the rockiest grounds. I would not do any of that with anyone else. So people waste their time and they waste their life and they spend time not saying the shit that they really want to say. I ain't never had that problem. All right. I know I've been putting you through some of the roughest paths that you ever asked for, but at the end of the day, I always tell you I got you. I always tell you I got you. Even when I'm mad at you, I got you. Even when we not talking, I got you. Even when I'm on the couch, I got you. Even when you on the couch, I got you. It's a never-ending cycle of me having you. I'm going to have you until the end. I'm going to have you until God says, yeah, this time is up. It's the end of this. I ain't never wanted to be Will and Jada because I knew they shit wasn't perfect. I ain't never wanted to be the Huxtables or anything like that. I just wanted to be the Boyds. I wanted to carve our own path and do our own thing, and that's all we've been doing. See, everybody might not agree with the way of Big Smash and how he moves, and you don't either. But you always make me feel like I'm Superman. You always make me feel like I can get out here and do anything. Even the most impossible task, I feel like I can go out there and do the shit. I feel like I can climb Mount Kilimanjaro in 5 minutes because of you. Now I can't, but you make me feel like that. I think one of the best qualities about this woman is her heart. Her heart sits on 1,000. I've never met a woman or a man with a heart of gold like her. She says what she feels what she says, If she has to light a fire up under you by saying some hurtful ass shit, then that's what has to happen, because I've known this woman, and do I agree with everything she says? No. But she's like me. She's like the female me. She means good when she says the shit that she says, no matter how stern she has to say it. And that's what I learned from her. I learned that marriage is not always going to be easy. It's not always going to be fun. You're always going to have that one block that runs into you that you can't seem to get out the way. But if you move it together, you have a better chance than just trying to move it by yourself. This woman saw the light in me that I didn't see. She started opening doors up for me that I didn't even know was there. Like she was pulling doors out of thin air. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just coming and it was just there, and I wasn't even phased. Like this woman was everything that I wanted in a woman that I might have had or could have had, but I never stuck around long enough to have it. She was the first woman that I said, yo, I'm going to do everything I can to make this woman happy for the rest of my life, for the rest of her life. And I always tell her, I'm going to love you until the day that I die. Not until the day that you die. I'm going to love you until the day that I die. The day I leave this earth is the day I stop loving you. And even then, I'm going to love you in the afterlife. That's just how it is. That'll never change. I don't care about what anybody or anything has ever done in my life. They have never impacted my life as much as you have. And they probably never will. They have never touched me. They have never bonded with me. They have never rose with me or had the adversity that we have faced. And this is why they can't get close to me. They can't hold a candle to you. That's just what it is. I don't care about the past. I don't care about who I had before. I don't care about none of that shit, because I just started finding out what love really was when I met you. Period. I love you for everything that you do. I love you for everything that you have became since dealing with me. I love you for the strength. I love you for the passion. I love you for just being that person. You know what I'm saying? There were times I felt alone. And then there were times that I left you alone, that I sit back and I look back like, yeah, we could have did things differently. We could have moved differently. We could have grinded differently. This is the woman that I chose, though. I chose you. I didn't choose the world. I didn't choose nobody else. I chose you. You know what I'm saying? I chose you. When everybody else around me disappeared, it was you. It was you that held my hand, wiped my tears, held me down, bandaged me up, helped me heal, helped me grow back into the man that you fell in love with. So it was you. And I lost a lot. I lost a fucking lot. But I didn't lose myself. I didn't lose myself. And I thank you for that. I thank you for the growth, for the instilling in me. I started really praying again because of her. I started really doing therapy and all this other stuff because of her. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I stopped praying. What I'm saying is I started praying more for her, for us, for the sanity of our marriage, than as opposed to me just praying for my kids and praying, because I wasn't praying for me at the time. My prayer was simple. Lord, give my kids strength. More strength than he's ever given, more strength than you've ever given me. That used to be my prayer every night. I would close my eyes and say the same prayer every night. Now my prayer is, Lord, give my kids and my wife strength. More strength than you've ever given me. Because I live in a world where anything could happen. Now I sit here and I pray more because of her. I sit here, I read more because of her. I sit here and I open up more because of her. Because she didn't quit. She didn't give up when she damn well could have. You know, when I was out here in these streets doing fuck ass nigga shit, she could have been walked away. She could have been quit. She could have been left. She could have been found a more deserving dude. And I think that's in the back of my head every day. Like, somebody more deserving of her is going to come along. Get on your shit, Smash. Get on your shit. Get on your shit, dog. Get on your shit quick. You know what I'm saying? And I realized that me getting on my shit for fear that somebody else was going to take her wasn't the right path for me. It wasn't necessarily the right path for me. It was, dog, you doing all this shit out of fear. Do this shit out of love, though. If you love this woman, love this woman. If you believe in this woman, believe in this woman. If you adhere to this woman, adhere to this woman. Listen, learn, adapt, grow, build, lead. These are the things that I think about every single day. Every fucking single day, dog. Like, I know who I am, and I became even better when I met her. I'm a sap when it comes to her. I feel it. We all feel it. We all go through it. We all have to muster up the ability to just admit it. Dudes be out here pump faking and they'll never admit how much they love and how much they things understand that there's so many times that they'll sit here and act like, yeah, I don't know. I love you. I like you. Me? No, no, no. Not me. I'm different. I love this woman. I do anything for her. Anything. I fight all the tigers, the bears, the lions. I'll swim with the sharks. I'll, try to jump from abandoned buildings, burning buildings. I catch grenades. I do whatever it takes when it come to her. I can't say that for everybody. I can't say I do that for everybody. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna be a fool and tell you, yeah, I do anything for you, because I won't. I'm not gonna lie to you. When it come to her, there is nothing that I won't do for her. That's what it is. I truly was blessed when I met her. The roles wasn't always easy. So many times I almost lost her. I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna flex. I ain't gonna play Mr. Tough Guy. There were times that she wanted to walk away and I cried like a fucking baby. I mean, cried. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo tears. Meaningful tears. Because I know that I did not want to lose this woman. That's just where it was. I did not want to lose her. I did not want her to go. I did not want her to feel pain. I did not want her to feel hurt anymore. I wanted to be the best man that I could fucking be to her. A couple months back, it was the worst. It was the worst feeling in the world, knowing that your partner, the one that you chose, the one that you gave it all up for, the one that gave it all up for you, was this close, this fucking close to walking away and never looking back. Every week it seemed like we are on that path, but we look at the bigger picture. We look at the bigger picture. I don't know. We find something inside of us that says we got to keep fighting. We got to keep pushing. We got to keep going. And that's what we do. I love you for all the strength that you have given me. I love you for every time that I felt down and out. You have been the beam of light that I think about that picks me back up. I love you for all my wrongs that you have stood around for. I love it for all the bullets that you have caught from me in this marriage. I love you for everything that you've ever said that I didn't necessarily want to hear, but I needed to hear it because this is what made me stronger, because I balance and teach the kids the same way. I'm hard on you, but the world is harder. So I get that lesson from you every day. I know that situation um, that happened on live really, really fucked her up. It fucked me up too. Because I knew that no matter what excuse I could make, there was never an excuse for me to act the way that I acted in regards to her. Period. And I have been spending my life since that day trying to make everything better, trying to get back on her good side about that. I mean, we are over it, but I can still tell a part of that lingers in her that I wish we could go back and fix. And I try. She is the strongest person that I know, strongest person that I ever met. It took a lot of strength for her to deal with that situation and to stay with that situation. And it's never okay. It was never okay then, and it wasn't okay now. And I still think about it as one of the worst moments in my life. Because she knew, and I never quite understood why she stayed. I never understood why she stayed. Um, but I'm grateful that you did. It's the most embarrassing situation I had ever been faced with. And when everybody else was leaving, she stayed. Not because she was weak, not because she was trapped, not because she was a weak ass person who didn't have a life of her own. She stayed because, and I would hope this was the reason, because she knew that I was not in my right mind and that everything was gonna be better together than apart. And she stuck with me and she stayed with me. We were still recording, we were still grinding. We worked our ass back up to get back to some of the goodwill that we had lost, that I had made us lose. She stood with me. That's why I always say she's the realest motherfucker on my team. Period. Ever. No matter what. Because when all these other motherfuckers folded, I looked to my left, she was there. I looked to my right, she was there. She stood in front of me taking bullets for me that she didn't necessarily have to take. That's the definition of a wife. Plain and simple. She stopped me from making bad decisions all the time. And it's a lot of reasons, and a lot of times I felt like I could have been dead. I could have been gone. I could have been lost. But she made me feel like, yo, you can do anything you want to do. That's what I felt every time I look in her eyes, every time I kiss her, every time I touch her, every time I'm around her. I feel like this is a feeling that I never want to let go. This is that feeling. This is that feeling that I never, ever, 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 ever want to let go. This is that moment. This is my Super Bowl, my NBA Finals. This is my Grammy Award winning. This is my podcast award winning. This is my moment right here. If I never reach any of those things, this is the moment for me. It's my WrestleMania moment. It's knowing that the day that I met her, everything changed for me. Do we agree about everything? Fuck no. Do we fight? Yeah. Do we argue? Yeah. Have I left? Yeah. Has she left? Yeah. Have we fought days tooth and nail? Absolutely. But I wouldn't do it with anybody else. That woman is amazing. That woman is fucking amazing. And I put boots to asses on any motherfucker who feel they gonna come disrespect or come interfere or come take over or come stand in the way of something that I worked hard to get. Like Steve Harvey said, I shoot anybody motherfucking walking when it come to her. When it come to her. Will Smith did the right thing. Because if it was her, I would have did more than slap a motherfucker, though. That motherfucker would have got shot down, footworked right then and there. Would have stomped the shit out that nigga and asked questions later. That's just where I'm at with it. I love my woman. Good or bad, in or out, upside down, swinging left or right, from the windows to the walls. I love that woman. Period. That's just where we at in life. That's just where Big Smash is at in life. That's where I am in life. I am loved. I am full of love. I am full of understanding. I am full of life. I am full of pushing. I am full of gratefulness. I am full of everything that I can possibly imagine because I looked and made the right decisions. I made the right choices. I made the right moves. I grinded my ass off and it all paid off. It all worked. But none of that compares to meeting that woman, this woman, my woman. And none of that put me on a bigger pedestal of life than when I met her. Plain and simple. I don't care how many times I've done some fucked up shit, said some fucked up shit, acted a certain way, did this, did that. None of that compared to hurting her. She made me believe in life again. She made me believe in love again. You made me believe that anything was possible. And I love you for that. I love you for that. Always. So, 2 years in almost, another year going down. We're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep grinding. We're going to keep winning. We're going to keep going. I hope they ready. Y'all know what it is, man. I love that woman. I love you.